Good afternoon from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. Beautiful day here. There's a picture of our local Hillsborough Inlet north of us. I'm actually sitting right down here. I think I showed you that yesterday right here. But again, I love this picture yesterday in this live view. Boats are coming in and out. Water's very pretty today. I hope it's going to be a nice weekend coming up. I'm kind of anticipating a weekend a little bit early on a Tuesday. Sorry about that, but I'm sure you folks are as well. So let's get over to precious metals prices today. Let's take a look and see what gold prices are doing. Not much difference yesterday than yesterday. Kind of sideways. Not quite sure that, I'm not going to say I'm not quite sure. This is to be expected. You don't get these constant up and down days like we have been. So it's kind of almost the same as yesterday, not too much of a difference here. Low is 17.18, a high of 17.33.82, and really less than that $25 range that we've been looking at. So not a lot of activity in precious metals today. It was down a little bit and then back up again, but about the same as yesterday. I think the same thing with silver. If we take a look here, 17.50 currently, in the same range as it was yesterday. Not a lot of action in metals today, just kind of little bit of up and down movement, but not a lot that we have been seeing. Again, not those 50-cent ranges in silver and that $25 and $50 ranges in gold, or mostly $25 ranges in gold. Let's see, the low is 17.31 in silver, the high is 17.58. Looks like platinum sitting at 18.26. Again, same thing right across the board. Even palladium doesn't look like it's kind of moving around too much, staying in really thin ranges. So not much happening today in precious metals as far as movement goes. But again, we're in a sustainable market. I don't think there's any doubt about this. So you'll see some of these really quiet days where there's not a lot of movement. And then you'll see the days with a lot of movement. There's no predictability to that sometimes. It just depends on what's happening in the world. Let's take a look at something here I saw earlier that was interesting to me. Gold ETF inflows break yearly records in just 5 months. Well, I guess that's not really surprising, considering that gold is kind of a safety haven, and people, when they're kind of feeling scared about their money and their stocks and their bonds and other things, or sitting on cash, they do buy gold, and that's where a lot of that money goes. So this is probably why you're seeing record-breaking inflows into the ETFs. Before I go into this, I'm not a big fan of ETFs for a couple reasons. They're kind of easy to buy. You can buy them online, but I'm not a big fan of ETFs because you don't physically own the gold. You own a piece of paper, or you own, you're a number that says you own so much gold, and you don't own an ounce of gold really when you're buying an ETF. You just own a fraction of that with a bunch of other people, and it says so on the paper. I like having gold, physical gold you can hold in your hands. For the reason is, if you ever have issues with the economy, internet goes down, that kind of thing. I just think it's always safe to have the stuff in your hands rather than have it out there in the internet, or out online somewhere, or just as an account number. It's third-party risk, and one of the nice things about owning physical gold in your hands, is you don't have third-party risk, other than that you have to make sure you secure it and no one steals it. But you don't have to worry about someone else going bankrupt and that kind of thing, and going down like you would with an ETF. And I'm not saying they are, but again, you eliminate that third-party risk. So I kind of move along why I don't like ETFs that much. And I was kind of looking at this chart down here, gold ETF holdings and spot gold price. And I think you're absolutely going to see a correlation, so I really don't see why this chart makes a whole heck of a lot of sense, other than to say that I believe that most gold investments in the United States and all over the world, there's more money in ETFs than there is in physical gold. So what I'm saying is that more people are prone to own a piece of paper, an electronic gold, more or less, that they don't hold in their hands. They're more likely to own that because it's easy to do, and it's done quite frequently. So I think you'll see ETF holdings and gold prices kind of, that's what is actually causing the rise in gold prices, I think, is the rising holdings in ETFs, not the rising price of physical gold or people holding physical gold. A lot more people own paper than they do the real stuff. And again, I think it's better that you own the real stuff. However, I found this interesting, and it kind of shows that we are in a bull market. As whenever you see, when we're in bull markets, that's what happens. A lot of money flows into these ETFs. So really, that's about it. Didn't have a lot to say. I just kind of wanted to point out what the prices were, point out that the people are investing in gold quite heavily now, even though I'd rather see them buy the gold bars down here than the paper gold. No less people are buying gold. This is Brian Kuzma from Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in Lauderdale by the Sea. We're open 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mondays through Fridays. You got any question, call me. You can see me circling with my little arrow there. Our phone number 954-493-8811. Happy to answer any questions you have. We're local, we buy and sell, we're easy to deal with, and we're more than welcome to educate you to become a better buyer. Thanks for watching. Give you my update tomorrow, and have yourself a great day.